Hey guys, happy Thursday. I'm Sandra Younger. Welcome to this episode of JTV Extra. We are going to be making this Give Me a Break macrame necklace. This is a really cool project because if you've ever made for example like a ladder bracelet, and if you ever try to wear it like a necklace, it's kind of weird because it's like putting a belt around your neck. So when you're doing, actually this technique would also work with a ladder bracelet because you start in the middle and you kind of like go this way and then this way. And then what it does is it makes that little like break in the, like the necklace. So it's got that flexible spot. So that's what we are going to be doing today. And in this project, I'll give you like the measurement of the cords and all that good stuff. If you've never been on this platform before, it's really fun. We've got a great group of like regulars. We've got a famous country singer, Tess Barr. I hope she's here today because that woman has the most incredible voice. We've got some very, very talented designers. We've got Laura Lee. We've got Sarah. Let's see. There's just so many, and I appreciate you guys contributing to the customer show. On the right side of your screen, I think if you're watching from Facebook, you cannot purchase any of the products. You need to jump onto the JTV Extra website, which brings me to the next topic. I have moved websites. Okay, I've got a brand new website. So if you have purchased a board in the past or you're planning on buying one through JTV, you will need to get in touch with us for a password update. There is a contact form on our new website. And it's a little bit like weird right now, I have to admit, because the domain has not been 100% transferred. So if you type in the Knotty-Do-It-All, you will go to our old website, but there is a link to the new one. So it's kind of a little strange right now, but we are getting everything like smoothed out as the days go by. Anyway, let me show you what today's products are, and then we'll do our awesome customer show, and then we'll get started on our project here. Okay, the first item is those beads on the bottom right-hand side. Okay, I really like these guys, and I will tell you why. They come in 6 and 8 millimeter, but the hole size on both it's about a 3.18 millimeter. And you can see they've got like a diamond cut. But what's really interesting about these is that, and I really like this because I'm always looking for like a slider bead that has just enough tension for like the wax jewelry cord. And I mean, of course, it's going to be like, it has to be like 6 strands. So I managed to get 12 strands because there's 6 on this side, 6 on this side. So if you're making a necklace like this, then, this slider just has like the right amount of tension. So if you want to make a necklace, it's going to hold. And the nice thing about it is, since it is metal, even if you use a cord a little bit thicker, just for this slide part, you don't have to worry about it breaking because it is metal. Anyway, so this, I really like these for that reason. I was very like surprised because I'm always looking for, a bead with the right size hole so that I can make sliders like this. And the next, oh, these are so pretty. I mean, too bad I didn't get to use them today, but doesn't mean I can't use them next week. Rose quartz, quartzite, and blue magnesite, 8.5 millimeter. You get all 3 strands, and they have large holes. These are like the type of beads you just have to have around because they're good for so many different things. If you're working with leather, I've got a bunch of projects where I do like the half hitch on leather, and you need large hole pearls, so these would be perfect for something like that. And just here's a nice, pretty close-up. Very, really pretty. I love the middle strand. Blue's my favorite color bead. Well, one of my favorite colors. So, and here is a scale. So you can see they're on the chunky side. And then next we have these are sodalite cubes and tubes. The tubes are 8 by 12 millimeters, so they're a little bit on the long side, and they have large holes as well. You know, I probably could have used these as well in today's project, but you know, I had to pick and choose, so I picked you know, the other beads. But these are really, really nice as well. I think they're beautiful, and you get a set of 2. And I think the strands, let me take a look here. Let's just see how long these strands are. They're probably, oh, wow. Huh. Whoa, that's about 16.5 inches long. Let me measure this one here. Okay, so this one is right at 15, and this one is 16.5. But you can see they've got the big holes. And so these would like be perfect for making, you know, maybe something like this, but with fewer cords. I mean, I've got tips and tricks. Oh my goodness, tips and tricks. So let's see what else we have here. Beautiful. And then, okay, you don't get short strands. I mean, before, I don't know what I was thinking. Before I like took their beauty shot, I just kind of like did the project first. So I mean, this is, let me see if I can like kind of fake it and see if I can kind of, so you can get an idea of what you get. So it's, it's actually the whole strand. Let's put this one here and then this one over here, because I got so excited because, you know, these holes, I just wanted to see like, oh, if 6 strands would fit through, and I just couldn't wait. And I guess I don't know what happened, but you get 3 strands, and these are, let's see, sodalite, agate, and sandstone. And the rectangle nugget bead set of 3. So these are really pretty. Oh, and you know what? Look how cool they look. Macrame. I love macrame around like tubes and cubes, especially like rectangular, anything rectangular, because it just looks like so cool. I remember years ago, I was at a show and there was a vendor there who had a bunch of like rectangular beads, and nobody would buy them. And so I did a macrame necklace, and I took it to his booth, and I remember he ended up almost selling out of them because you know, he showed people just how cool because you know, I mean, if you're not familiar with like, you know, jewelry making or anything, I mean, you wouldn't think to macrame over like a rectangle or a cube, but check, it just looks so cool. I mean, every time I see an odd shape, I'm like, I'm gonna try it because it just looks fantastico. Let's see. So what do we have next? Ooh, our board. Guys, this is the tool that does it all. The Knotty-Do-It-All. I invented this thing because I like getting things done quickly and efficiently. And plus, it just does such a good job. I mean, the workmanship that comes off of this, I mean, it's really easy to learn like all the different techniques that I teach. This is our large board, and we also have our travel size. And each of them comes with the hardware kit that, you know, you can reconfigure the hardware in a bunch of different ways. And I teach all sorts of like lessons, moose knot, the multi-strand where you don't need absolutely any end caps on your leather whatsoever, or cord, any cord. I've got like half hitch lessons, the amazing, you know, my bead and pearl knotting lesson. You don't even need any tools, but I just throw that in there because it's like crazy cool. And both of these boards are they're in inches and centimeters. You get your hardware kit. I think I mentioned that. With, you know, let's see, what else? Okay, you get an instructional DVD and an ebook. The instructional DVD has, you know, the basics. But on my website, I think last I checked under Naughty Lessons, or like I think 47 or 48 lessons, and I'm always adding to them. Is, you know, like a reference. You can check out some of the older JTV extra shows. I've got lots of like, you know, really cool information in there because, you know, on those shows, I mostly like work with materials that I would never think of thing to work with. And it's very interesting and challenging. And I enjoy it because, I learn something new like every time. And also, just for your information, you will need a new password. So if you buy the board today, either one of them, you will need to email us because we have a brand new website. And the new website, we just launched it yesterday or day before. I don't know. I think it was day before. And you will need a brand new password. So, just go to our new website and, well, right now it's kind of in limbo. You have to go to the Knotty-Do-It-All.com, and then there's a link that takes you to the new website, and you can get in touch with us from there. So that is the information. It's just a lot of fun. I mean, so many cool techniques. I mean, like you can make stuff that looks just like someone. I mean, the learning curve is very low. You could learn stuff really, really quickly. And the last item is this black 1.5 millimeter wax cord set of 2. You get 14 yards in total. And this is a closeout buy for $14.99. There aren't very many left, so if you want it, grab it before it's gone. I think I covered everything. Let's see, did I miss anything? We got the cord, the beads, which I love those beads. Those beautiful, I love the round ones. I like the sodalite, and then the that 3-strand of sodalite, agate, and sandstone. Well, that is everything on today's show. Anyhow, I was looking on the comments. I noticed that I did get some emails from people asking me if I'd sent out the reminder. I did. I've moved to a new website, and I've also moved to a new email company, and I think that there's a problem on that end. I'm working on it. So hopefully, maybe in a couple of weeks, everyone that is on my subscriber list will get the reminder. So just to let you know, if you want to make sure you watch the show, just go to my website on Thursdays at 10 a.m. and click on the link. And another thing I want to talk about, which is really important, because I know that having that library of past JTV shows is really important to a lot of you. However, it is a space issue. That is, so I can only have so many just a certain number of videos that I can have on there. So like as time goes by, some of them just might not be available while I, put in newer ones. I think it's like the problem everywhere, because I know that Facebook, they're going to start removing like live streamed shows after 30 days. So everywhere you look, it's a space problem, because if you think about it, everybody is like uploading video, and then you need storage space. So that's also my problem. So I just want you to know that they're there. Not all of them are there. A lot of them are there, but their availability isn't guaranteed. It just sounds like so weird, but that is the best I can do. But for now, you can enjoy them. They're there. So maybe watch them and learn it, because that's probably the best way to store it is up here. Anyway, here is the customer show for this week. All right, guys, here we go. Ooh, look at this beautiful bracelet. Oh, I think it's stunning. I love the colors and just the texture of it. Look at this looks like a ladder stitch, but I cannot make out how those sides are so cool, and they look wrapped and chunky. Now you got something cool going on there, Sabine. I just think this is one of the prettiest bracelets. Oh my gosh, guys, don't you agree? This is just just all the textures and colors are just so cool. I love this bracelet. And then next we have Susanna Louisville. So this was the barrel knot bracelet from last week. You did a very good job. Ooh, and I like your big knot in your slider knot, and those beads on the end. Those are so cool. And you have them wire wrapped on there with the moose knots. Very nice. And this is on a faux leather. So perfect. And next we have Laura Lee. Okay, this one, it's so pretty. This one was actually submitted like week before last, but I was saving it for this week because Laura Lee always has something cool like up her sleeve. So I thought I'd save this one and see what comes next week. But look at this one, guys. Isn't that just so pretty? It's got the labradorite cubes, and I like the way it contrasts with the black cord, and then it's got the little gold spacer beads, and then the, I think those are Herkimer diamonds, so beautiful. And then next we have, let's see who's next. Sabine, Germany. Oh, here's another pretty one. Oh, I love the pendant, but look at the that cool weave on top. I don't think that's something that I taught, unless it's kind of like the leather. I have a woven leather, a bracelet technique that might be adaptable to something like that, but this one's really cool. I like the how it changes from the green to the I think it's like a mauve color. I love this bracelet. Or bracelets. It might be two bracelets. Oh my goodness. Laura Lee, Florida. Check out all these really cool ankle bracelets, guys. These are ankle bracelets. And I love them. So check this out. Oh, it's like, oh my God, my eye bleach. Oh, then look at the blue with those little thingies. Oh my gosh, and there's another one here. There are two other ones, but I'm saving them for next week because they're so cool. And here's the pink version. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, we got to go back and look at this one again. So pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh, and these are made with the Hawaiian twist cord, which is very waterproof. You know, you can swim, bathe, and nothing's going to happen to it, but it looks so, so pretty. And then next we have Sabine, Germany. Oh my God. Lots of color this week. I think we got a close-up of this one. Ooh, look at that. It's got the little button clasp. It's got all the little knots and that really cute gold sun. Beautiful. And then last we have Laura Lee with this really cute bracelet. And, you know, I looked at it closely and it's really interesting because it's like, I wonder what the underside of that looks like, Laura Lee, because I could tell that it's macrame. I think it is. But we have a little video here of Vivian. Let me see if I can bring it up. Where's my video? Vivian. Okay, let's play this. So there you can see it looks like it's backward macrame with those little thingies on it. Really, really cute. So let's go back to the bracelet here. So really cool. So I was wondering, like underneath the hearts, are the cords there? Or am I imagining that it's macrame? But anyway, that's everything for this week, guys. And remember, if you have anything you want to submit, I would love to have it on the show. You can email it to me at theknotty-do-it-all@gmail.com. Isn't that just like fantastic? Okay, so I have a couple of questions. Laura Lee, were those hearts macrame? And if they were, are the cords like underneath the hearts if you turn the bracelet over? Because it looked like it was macrame, but I could be wrong. I mean, it was just my observation. Anyhow, guys, we are going to get to today's project. Okay, so here are the measurements of the cords. I'll leave it up for like a second. Because, you know, if you're watching, you could take a screenshot, but you know what? Also, if you come back later, you could also take a screenshot, and it's probably like be best from a desktop computer. But I know a lot of you know that if you have a smart TV, you could actually like go on the internet with your smart TV and like look at this like gigantic size. So you'll need 3 separate pieces of string, which are 90 inches each. And that's going to be for the like the base, and then you'll need 2 68-inch strands for the macrame, because we'll be macramating from the middle to the end, and then from the middle to the other end. And as far as the beads go, okay, you'll need some beads that have at least a 3.818 millimeter hole. And the reason is because, okay, these beads that are on the show, they just happened by some miracle to be the exact size for like this project. It was unbelievable. I think I just lucked out. And the cool thing is whether the big ones or the small ones, they have the same size hole. So yeah, that's good. A pendant of your choice, and you will need a leadered needle for this project. And if you have never heard of a leadered needle, I will get to that. But I do have some really cool tips and tricks, and I can't wait to get started. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. These are each 90 inches long. I'm going to take each one and I'm going to line them up. And let's get these lined up. And now we need to attach we have to find the center point of all three. And let's see. And we need to get our leadered needle. And I'll tell you the leadered needle, you'll see why it's so important. You know, honestly, the fastest way to find the middle, I don't even know why I'm like standing around here trying to like find it. Just hook the cords onto a peg and just come back here and just boop, right there. Easy peasy. So there is the center point. And now we are going to get the leadered needle. It is fishing line with a needle. Because if you put a large-eyed needle on here, let me see if I could because I get a lot of people just saying, have you heard of the large-eyed needle, Sandra? And I'm like, yes, I have, but let me see what I got here. Okay. So sometimes this part of the large-eyed needle, it flares out and you can't get the bead on. So the solution to the problem is just like where the fold is on your cord to have just the minimal amount of whatever. So I'm going to put this on. Okay. Now this one's interesting. The first, you want to put a small bead on because this bead goes on first. This one goes in second. And you'll see why in a minute. Some of you, do you guys know why I'm doing that? Because I'll show you. So you put this one on, and then you put this one on. Whoops. And I am going to just make just a knot on the end here, or you could use a clip just so that your beads don't fall off. So the deal is this one will become this. This is going to be the slider, but after we do our macrame here, we need to come back through. Does that make sense? Because so we have our leadered needle, because without the leadered needle, there is no way. It's like really hard to like stuff all those cords in. So we're going to do all our macrame, and then when we finish, we'll feed this back through, and then we'll put one more bead on, and then we'll be finished. So I'm going to just put these 2 beads on. So I'm going to put them aside. And now I am going to string on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll do like 7, but the cord length that I calculated into the length that I gave you, it is a little bit longer than what this project actually needs. So if you want to make it longer, you can. So I'm going to put like 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and pull it out and slide these on. And I'm using a wax jewelry cord, 0.9. And one, this is really important, is like the prep. I know you guys have heard me say this. Okay, this cord has wax on it, and wax, you know, adds to the thickness, but you can get a cloth. And what I do is I step on the cloth, I sandwich the cord in there, and I rub the wax off. And then I grab more, and I just keep, I go like this, and just grab more, and then I stretch it. So by getting some of the wax off and stretching it, it makes the cord a little bit thinner. And sometimes just a little bit thinner is all you need. You know, have you ever had like that bead that almost goes on, and what is the trick? It does. This tip does not work so much with like Eslon, like leather. I don't know about that, because leather is a whole nother story. But anything, it works with wax jewelry cord. It works with wax cord too. Let's see what else. I think that's about, as far as I'm concerned, those are the two that I know you can like take some of the wax off and stretch it to get a thinner version. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to slide these down to the halfway point. I'm going to fold this in half. Okay, so right there is the middle. Okay, so I want to get that. You want this slack out. So let's get, you know what? I'm going to slide this down and then slide it back up just to make this part like straight. So you want to like pull on all these strands to get, you want all these to be like straight. Okay. Okay, find the middle, which is right here. Okay, so I'm going to scoot these beads down some. Okay, so now right here, right in the middle, I am going to start my macrame. So I'm going to put like a little marker clip before I get started. Okay. And I'm going to use the small board, because you can use the small board for this, because, you know, it's not like you're doing like a tiered version or anything like that. So I'm just going to come in here, clip and clip. Hang on. All right, so let me get these, slide them down. And I mean, you can, like, as you're working, you can just like add more. So I'm going to take my 68, because I've got these two. This one's going to be the macrame on this side, and this one will be the one on that side. And I think I'll be able to finish this project, because I think when I did it, it was a 30-minute project. So if you guys want to know how long this project takes, it is about like 30 minutes. But let's see how. So I'm going to start right there in the middle. I'm going to do just a top and a bottom. There's my top, bottom, and slide the bead down. And then a top and a bottom. No, top, bottom, because I did a double macrame in between like each of these. So let me, and you guys know how to macrame, right? Let me, the way I do it, it's like top, top, and then bottom, bottom, and over. See, okay, so there we go. And it's I think because the beads are so big, that's why it goes by so fast. Because, but if you're using a smaller beads, it's going to take longer. And do you need more cord? You know what? I used to know the answer, but I don't know what's happened. I don't know why. It seems like the longer I do this, the more I forget what it is I'm doing. Okay, so I'm gonna put, see, that's what I just love about these tools. You need more space? No problem. You just, oh, I just love this. especially like the little one, the little board, it's so perfect for like small space because you can, oh, you just put it anywhere. And you know, the other day I thought, okay, I'm gonna try, you know, a day without my board. Oh, it was horrible. You know, I was trying to, you know, do like a moose knot manually, which I mean, it's it's doable, but I had a 50% success rate. So, and plus it wasn't like the right distance each time. I mean, it was just like a rough like estimate. So, oh my God, I saw what someone that lost their hardware in the comments. Oh my God, that's horrible. But I think, I mean, you can get in touch with Lauren, and he'll uh, he can get you a new hardware kit. I think I don't know how much they are, but okay. So let's straighten that out. Top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, and bottom. And you could do okay. I mean, those of you that know, you know, some of the, if you want to get creative, you could put like smaller beads on the outside here and then macrame. I mean, there's so many like angles of this can take. So if you know, you know. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And you can look at some of the like the other tutorials that I've done, and you'll see like really some of the cool things that people have done. Very creative. Okay, okay. So now what you're going to do is you're going to slide on one of the 6mm beads, and then a pendant, and then another 6mm bead. And you know, I was thinking about this design yesterday. Oh my goodness, there's so many ways this could like go. So let me stop here and just because you guys have seen, or if you haven't seen, you will see in you know, a lot of the examples that I have on my new homepage. And if you click on any of those images on the gallery at the bottom, you could see like different, you could click on them, you can make them huge, and then you could see like really up close, like, oh, what technique it was. And one of the things that I do is I do like macrame bail work, and then with a pendant. So I'm thinking that something like this would look really cool if this was like, had like a macrame bail with a really cool pendant. I mean, I just like had to grab like whatever I could that worked. But I still think, you know, this looks kind of cool. Okay, so if you're going to go this route, when you start your next macrame, what you do, I know, thank you, Susanna. You know what? These were actually for sale on my new website, but I needed them for this project, so I had to like take them. I just, what do they call that when you take inventory from your company? Like, what's it called? Not embezzle. I don't know, but I had to sneak in and take them. Okay, this is really important. So you want this to be as tight as possible because you don't want it to be like all loosey-goosey. So how I'm like back here, I'm going like this. It's as close to that bead as you could possibly get it. And I'm going to tighten from back there. So yes, Susanna, I did. I stole them. There, I said it. Because, you know, I thought, oh, these are like perfect. And it was the whole set. I mean, they're so cool. I mean, but you know what? Oh, well, I did it. So now what we do is we need to string on the other 7. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. And you know that I'm doing this on the leader needle end. And see, that's one nice thing about the fishing line, that I try to stay out of the sandbox. Definitely will keep an eye on those pen. Oh, I know, Susanna. I don't think I don't know when I'll have them back, because I bought these in Tucson from this vendor that just had really unusual, like one of a kind, like strange pendants. Check it out. It's just weird. Okay, so I'm gonna get the rest of these strung on. Okay, slide her down. Okay, let's. Oh, you know what? I just messed up. I said to do 2 and I did 4. So good news is it's an easy, like, to remove fix, I think. Okay, these are not good. I think a knotting awl, or maybe like one of these guys, which I like don't know what it's called, a spike of sorts. Okay, yeah, you just want to do a top and a bottom. Sorry about that. Okay, let's get this on. Boop, 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 boop. Top, bottom. Come on. Okay, perfect. Okay, now we're going to do the 4. Let me readjust this here, and now we can do the rest of this. Do you guys, I mean, does this tool help you macrame faster? I'm just like curious, because I've tried doing this one time just for fun, using a clipboard. Oh, it was horrible. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, I think it just makes everything easier, like the half hitch, the macrame, and plus, you can use it as a counterweight for stuff. I got a funny picture from a customer. I mean, it was kind of like strange, and she said the Knotty-Do-It-All does it all. She used her board. She was making, I think, popsicles, and she has a small freezer, and she didn't have a tray that was small enough for her freezer, so she used the board. And she says she uses it for coloring. She'll take the pegs, she'll put plastic on it, and then she'll poke the pegs in, and she uses it for, this is really interesting. She sent me some pictures. I should share them with you sometime. She colors and paints eggs. Like, she'll take the yolk out. She'll like drill a hole and clean them. And when she paints them, she uses the board as a drying rack, which is incredible. I like painting eggs too. It's so much fun. I don't know. It's something that I learned when I was a kid. My mom, I don't know where it came from. It's not like guys, it ain't like the Ukrainian egg painting. Mine is just like, I get rubber gloves, paint, and do this, and then let it dry. But they look pretty though. I mean, that's for sure. They're fun to make. It's crazy. That's crazy. It's fun. The board is the answer to life, the universe. Aw, that's so sweet. Okay, now bottom. Okay. I use mine a lot. Oh, wire wrapping. Okay, so now that we've gotten to this point, okay. Couple of things you can do. I'm going to give you like some optional ideas, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna come in here and, okay, so let's go back. I'm not gonna melt these yet, but let me clean this off so it's not like crazy. Like, let me move this, hang on. I'm gonna give you some like options here. If you want to be done with this, what you do, let's go to this side. Let's move these cords. So you need to take your leader needle end and feed it back through the larger of the beads. So let's go in here and pull that. See that? The leader needle saved the day because it would be almost impossible to stuff those cords through this bead without it. So, and then in what you do in this case, let's do this and see how it's taking shape. So you can, oh, and then you put your this bead here. And tie it and see that? Do you guys get that? You just melt this here and then you're done. And then you have your necklace that, you know, looks like this. However, I'll give you an alternative thing that you can do, which is actually really cool. Let's say you don't want the stringy ends like that. So I'm going to give you the alternative design. So you will need 2 rings, and let's get the board out. I'm going to take this out because we're going to do the alternative, which I think is really cool as well. So let's get this out. We don't need that if you're doing the other design. So I'm going to cut this off. Okay. So the other way to do this, which I really like, should I cut the leader needle? Do I need the leader needle? Actually, I don't. And when you're doing the this alternative design, you don't need as much cord. So I just want to let you know that, because what we're going to be doing in this case is we are going to like add these rings in here. And let me clip this in. And that we're going to make it adjustable using with the macrame slide knot and then the faux leather, which, you know, this one, I think it'll work. So let's try her out. So this one, because, you know, you've already like started, you might, I mean, there's no need to get like do anything fancy. Let's just fold it and macrame over it. So I'm going to hold this part right here, you could just take a scrap of cord. Let me get a scrap. Scrap. It's not a scrap, but I'm going to make it a scrap. Okay. I'm just going to hook this right there and clip it. Okay, so now we turn it around and ta-ta. Let's do this. And this is like the macrame binding knot that I usually show, but this one is, usually I start here, but look at that, you fold it and just keep going. Let's see, so this is gonna be a top and bottom. And at this point, you can get creative as well. You could put like the beads. You can, oh, there's just so many like options. You could like leave this loop big. I mean, there is just no end. But I'm going to do a few more here. I want to get to that macrame slider knot. See, and when I do the binding knot, I make sure I do it like really tight so it holds really well. You know what? I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to run out of time. I don't think I'll run out of time, but you never know. Okay. Oh, too many boards. No, actually, there isn't. I have so many that I actively use. I don't know. It's like each one of them. I mean, this is weird. It's like they each have a personality. Honestly, I'm not. I kid you not. Hang on. I'm not saying anything because I'm blowing on it as I do this because I don't want it to blow in my face. And so I'm going to turn around and do the same thing on the other side. Do you guys follow what I just did? Is that and you can get creative here too. You can like put little things, little beads on each of these strands just to give it a little more, you know, appeal. But yep, let's keep going. Yay, okay. Isn't that cool? Like so when you make stuff with it, I think it's the board because if you think about it, let's say you're making something like this with a clipboard. I mean, how do you like just like say, oh, I want to do this, and then boom, you could just like change everything like quickly like this and get it done. You can't. I mean, I'm not trying to. I mean, I know most of you already have boards, and I just love it so much. I just feel like I've got to like brag about it. Oh my God, everyone needs one. I think it should be like a household appliance. You know, I think all new homes should have one just like built into, you know how they have cutting boards? I think all new homes should have one like built in somewhere in the house. Okay, so I'm going to take my scrap and get this one here and this one here. And I'm probably, and then flip it around, and then I'm going to do my macrame. This what's going to be at top. Whoop. Let me lock the focus in so it doesn't jump around. Okay, okay, perfect. I'm going to go fast, guys, because I have 12 minutes left, and I don't want to go over in time. Okay. All right. Okay, I didn't count this one, but I'm going to so if that happens to you, let's say you're too busy like talking like I am and you don't pay attention with like I'm not doing let's see. Oh, a few more. I don't think I did the right measure, but that happens. Usually what I do is I lay them like the cord side by side, and with one of those, you know what, I can't find mine. That tailor chalk that comes like a little thing, I mark them so that way both of them have, I just do the bend line at the same spot. But you can use, let me see what I have here. You can use a fancy thread marking powder. This stuff is amazing. So you just dab a little onto, what I do is I put like a little bit of like, I don't know, like wax, beeswax or something on the edge of the razor, and then I tap it in, and then I just squish it into the thread. So let me put this aside. And it's not really, guys, it's face powder. I just put the fancy label on there because that way I don't want anyone touching it. So if my kids like think, oh, it's face powder, I'm going to steal it. No, 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 no. Okay, so I'm going to come in here. I'm just going to do this because I want to get to the slider knot. Yeah, I thought about like just having like a YouTube channel, guys, where I just do all that stuff. But God, I don't have the bandwidth. I don't have the time for, because I know that I've seen YouTube channels, people leave comments and you have to answer them. Honest to God, if I had to maintain a YouTube channel as well as this show that I do, it would have to be one or the other. So that's why I do not have a YouTube channel. I mean, it's crazy. It's a lot of, hats off to those of you that have YouTube channels. I have a lot of respect for you. Okay, so now with this version, we can put a macrame, I don't even know what I'm talking about, like a slide knot. So what you do is right in here, you put a moose knot. So when you're doing a moose knot on the end, and I know most of you already know this, but in case you don't, let's get this off in focus. And I mentioned this, I redid a lot of the videos. Because I looked at some of the old videos that I did, like they were like embarrassing. Because the technology has changed so much, because the types of cameras that they had like 10, 15 years ago are completely different from the cameras today. And they were, back in the day, this was expensive, like equipment I was using. And with the stuff I use now, you can get like a way better quality for like a tenth of the price. It's insane. So I'm going to measure out about 5 inches or so. So a lot of the older videos, I just completely just like, you know what? I'm just going to redo it. And that's all there is to that. So moose knot, slider down, and if you're, then now you have to decide, well, where do I cut? As long as this, from the middle to the end, you come and measure, give it about, let's see, I'm going to go, let's say, from the middle to the end. I'm going to go 18 inches. That's a safe number because it'll be like 18 and 18. So that way it's very adjustable. So that way you can put your slide knot on and wear it high, low. But as long as the shortest you want to go, and I found it's like 26 inches, because remember you have to expand it out and you want it to fit over your head when you're finished. And 26 is the very, like, it's the shortest I would go. Because, some things to consider if, let's say you're going to, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to use a needle or something here because this stuff is completely, like, fluffed. I'll just trim the end. Like, this stuff does, like, fluff. Maybe that'll do it. You get heat hard in the end, but you know what? I think I can do it without doing that. So I'm going to try it. Okay, let's do this. Whoa. Over the weekend, I watched oh my God. Oh. Susanna, where did you find that lesson? I don't even think I have it on my new website. You must have like seen it on the old website, or like, I don't know, because it's not there. That video is so old. That thing is like 13 or 14 years old. When he said, when I read that you did that, like, I'm like, where did she find that video? Like, I'm curious. Now, you've got to let me know in the comments. I'm going to watch because it is not on my new website unless you got it from the old website, which is like, I can understand that, but I was like shocked because I didn't even think people. Oh my God, 5 minutes. Thank you, Patricia. Oh, Patricia, thank you. Okay, let me speed up the process here. I'm going to cut. Okay. Okay. Boom, boom. Crisscross the ends. And you can do a macrame slide knot or a coil knot. And I think I'm going to do, a macrame slide knot. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit, guys, because I don't want to run out of time. So when you're doing a macrame slide knot, what I like to do is a step down in thickness. So this is a 1.5, I'll go with a 1, so it's just not so bulky, but that is completely up to you. And the slide knot is identical to the binding knot, except the cool thing is no matter how hard you try to like tight you make it, it only gets so tight, and it's just the right tension so that you can make a slide knot. Because when you're doing this with wax cord, it's just like almost impossible because the wax from the cord is very, 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 very sticky. And sometimes you got to keep your eye on that. And I like making mine. I don't like skimping. I like it to be like visually like appealing, not too short, because I've seen a macrame slide knots that are just like too short and nubby looking. So I'm not a big fan of the nubby looking. And for this cord, I use a lighter. Oh my goodness, where's my lighter? Oh, there it is. Because it's so thick, it'll kind of sort of take a long time to melt with your thread zapper. I'm going to fluff this. And I know that I mentioned this the last show, to fluff or not to fluff. I like fluffing because it melts faster. Okay, so that is almost it. So let's see, we got 3 minutes left. Okay, let's do this. Let's see if I can finish it. So you want to put like accent beads, one here, do an overhand knot. And in case you're jumping in late and you're wondering, like, that does not look like the project. Well, this is just like an alternative like version. And we do the same thing on this side. Ooh, come on, come on, come on. All right, perfect. Possibly on YouTube. See, the thing is, oh, possibly, oh, really? I could try and find it, post it on the best. I don't even, that project is, I don't have a YouTube page. So, but who knows, girl? Maybe it got in there somehow. I don't know, but it's possible. And, oh, if it is, Susanna, let me know, because I know that like maybe 1,000 years ago, I had made like a YouTube page, I think. Maybe that's where you found it. Because I think when I did the project, I said, oh, here's the link. Oh. Well, if it's still around, then there's nothing I can do. So here is the necklace. It's finished. It has, it's adjustable. Perfect. And I'm going to put it on because I am going to put it on. Let's get this on. Let me remove my earphone. Ah. You see, so now it's you can like pull it to make it shorter or longer, and boom, there it is. Wasn't that a cool lesson? I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you next week. I'm not quite sure what the next week's lesson is going to be. I think it's going to be, I don't know, how to go from knotting to braiding or something like that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the show. My website is still getting a little bit ironed out. If you did not get my email, I'm working on that. So anyway, guys, I will see you next Thursday. Bye.